It looks like the comeback is on. Cyberpunk is attempting to be the next No Man's Sky, according to a leaker anyway. Sub to the channel if you haven't already. Now, let's take a look into this leak. The leak comes from an apparent developer from CDPR, who knows what the plans are for the developmental future of Cyberpunk. The plan is actually quite simple. Reintroduce the cut content through expansions to make the game CDPR originally promised at launch. We know there is plenty of cut content, but this dev goes into detail of some of the more specifics that were cut. One was actually a cut underground portion of the city. There used to be a huge underground part of the city that the public never got to see because it looked ugly to the execs. It was awesome and felt like the Malkavian Nosferatu path on the Vampire the Masquerade. There was a whole AI routine with minor gang violence in those areas. Stuff you could sit back and watch unfold or directly influence. There was also a lot of drug use with kids that eventually got cut due to inside censorship. There were priests and Hare Krishna side arcs that got cut due to censorship. Miles wrote a side quest where a max tac officer offed himself, and you could take his place. But it created such a complex detour from everything tonally that it got cut as well. I hope it comes back, because it felt amazing to get into their headquarters and hack stuff. You'd see the police trying to operate and breaking down mid-arrest due to your shenanigans. We've scrapped 2 whole arcs because the mission cleaned a save due to a bug with character placement. We've also scrapped a big portion of the underground and sewers because of bugs. Night City had 3 different types of cabs besides Villafort, and drivers would hold conversations and give quests. That also had to be scrapped. And this is just some of the cut content. It really is a bummer how all of this didn't make it in. It seems there was awful communication and time management here. Again, if this is true. It sounds very specific though, doesn't it? And I don't hate this idea either. I would enjoy everything being promised that was unfinished or cut in the game. But it has to be free, which I highly think it will. There's no way CDPR is going to charge for all of this. And this is exactly what Hello Games did with No Man's Sky. They have had literally years of free content being added to the game, and the game is now doing very, very well. CDPR would be smart to get all the free DLC and updates out first though, before any talks of paid DLC. If they start talking about paid DLC first, it's just going to give them a bad look and make it even worse for them. The leaker says the timeline for this will begin in March, which isn't that far away, and should be the game they were making in 2018 by the end of this year. Honestly, I think this is the only way out. I don't see another option CDPR could really do. They have lost consumer trust and their reputation, and this would be the exact play they would have to do to save it. Will people still be upset and not buy it? Of course, but at the same time, admitting fails and mending them is a part of life. If all does go well, they shouldn't be hated forever. Stick around for some more videos coming up. Sub to the channel for your Cyberpunk and RPG news, and remember, always take it to the edge. It's the Cyberpunk way.